Hi, everyone. So tonight I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit about doing things the non-conventional way versus what we have always been taught. So my name's Lauren Yoakum. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm an executive star director with LimeLife by Alcone, mother of two boys, ages 4 and 6. I'm married to a very busy attorney, and I am a certified creature of habit. I'm not a big fan of change. So for the past 18 years, I have been in pharmaceutical sales, medical sales, in that whole genre. So this is what I was taught. I went to college, actually majored in education, decided I wanted to be a pharma rep, went straight into it, and this is all I knew. This is what I expected in my life. I expected to retire about 20 years from now and work a pharmaceutical job until then. So I spent every day in my pharma career working extremely hard. As you guys know, it's a cutthroat world. It's an amazingly high reward industry, but you work very, very hard. So a few things that I noticed about the pharma industry are, one, after a year or two of being at the top, you earn President's Club, you get to the top of the ranks, you're at the very top of the rank reports, but it's so hard to get back to achieve percent to plan year over year. So once you get to the top, you're falling back down, top, back down. So what I noticed in pharma is that my income would be here and then it would be back down, here, back down. Another thing is that the compensation plan of the companies I have been with in the past was capped. So definitely there were years that I was not able to get to the top, and it was a lot harder once you're used to being at a top rank. So the third thing, and this is really what I wanted to talk about quite a bit tonight, is that the uncertainty in this industry. I feel like there's very little job security, and I am a person that can really give you my testimony about this. So in early 2012, I was with a very large device company, and literally we woke up to a message that 70% of our sales force was being laid off. And I was one of those. My territory was completely cut, and this was completely something out of the blue. My husband and I'm very transparent. We had just completed our second IVF cycle, and here I was. It felt like our world was truly crashing down on us. We were not prepared for this, mentally especially. So it was back to the grind of job interviewing, and it was getting my resume out, networking, flying across the country to interview, and you guys know that that can be very, very hard. So thinking about training that would take months and months at a time, and all while I was trying to heal my broken heart and pick myself up off the ground from those two big losses. Because once you're with a company for like 7 years, like I was with the one I was laid off from, you have to heal from that. It's very hard. So I picked up and stayed in the industry. I found a company I absolutely loved. And I stayed with them for several years until my territory grew. So once again, another restructure. But this time life had changed a lot for us. We had 2 little boys, thanks to the miracle of adoption, and they were babies. My job was to be a mother. I wanted to be present in my children's life. I didn't want to leave my children for weeks at a time. So the territory grew to be a 4-state territory. And I said, there's just no way humanly possible that we can make this work. So I left that company. Again, this is the cycle of the industry. There's so much change, and it's so hard for parents especially, I feel like, when you're trying to, raise children and be a professional businessman or businesswoman. So in December 2016, this is exciting, a friend had left her very high-paying 6-figure job to stay at home with her kids. And then I noticed that she decided to pick up a line, and here I was sitting in pharma, but for the first time, I was really thinking about how I needed something else in my life for job security, something as a fun hobby, a little bit more for myself, and something that I could have a secondary income, like some fun shopping money, makeup money, whatever it might be. So I made up my mind. I was ready. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So I threw myself out the window, and I decided, okay, I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to give this all I have. So December 28th, 2016 is the day my life forever changed, which is so crazy. So my first goal was very small for me. It was to make enough money per month for my husband to get a new car. And I was able to do that very quickly because this company was growing at light speed. And that turned into a $750 a month car allowance, which doesn't even include my commissions. It's just six short months later after that. So things were happening very fast. Every month my business was growing and growing and growing. I had executive status. My friends were just changing their lives constantly around me. I mean, paychecks that were $25, $35, $50, $75,000. Even some friends that are $100,000 a month earners. This is just a month, not even a year. They were able to leave their full-time jobs and stay home with their children and work their business full-time. So I did this on a very part-time basis for the last 2.5 years. Obviously, I still worked at that time, and I fit my business into just the nooks and crannies of my day. Wherever I could make it work, I did. So just 1 year in with LimeLife, I was able to achieve what my pharmaceutical sales earnings were. So I was matching that in just one short year from hard work, consistency, and dedication. So it seems surreal, something as fun as this that never feels like a job, like it never, ever, ever does. It was changing my life in so many ways. So I was growing personally because of the trainings that we receive. LimeLife gives us so much personally, and in turn, that helped me grow so much professionally. So this was truly the total package. Basically, if you could have given me a piece of paper and a pen and said, what is it that you want in a company? This would have fit all the criteria, and it's crazy. So this year, the territory I had built in my pharma career, it was struggling because insurance dictates everything these days. There's nothing I can do about that at all. So we realized in July that it really wasn't going anywhere and it wasn't going to change. Insurance companies were going to continue to do the same thing. So I decided it was time to leave the industry. So what I can say about now versus 7 years ago in 2012 is that when that layoff happened, I'm prepared, I'm ready, and I'm excited for what lies ahead. I'm not anxious. I'm not worried about, having to interview, having to leave my children, having, to worry about not having an income for a little while I'm looking for a job. This is all because I believed in myself on that day in December. I decided that life throws us curveballs, and I wanted to be very prepared for my family and myself when these curveballs hit. So I, of course, was able to bounce back this time easily. So every day I get so many questions about what it is that I'm doing now, and I have to just say with a huge smile on my face, I am home with LimeLife. This is where I was supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm extremely blessed to be able to do this full time. I have more time with my friends, my family, to pour into my team, help change women's lives. And I remember in July at my son's playground party before school started, the PTA asked if I would serve on the board. And usually I've had to say no. And this year I said, you know what? Yes, I can. I can do it. And I can be present. So here I am. I'm ready to do all the things. And I could not be happier in this season of my life. So my team and I are doing huge things. And these products are unlike any other out there. That is why we went from a $10,000 company to a $100 million company in just 4 years. We're on track to be a $1 billion company. So the way that I thought about this is that low risk versus high reward. I decided that a $169 investment is worth it to try something and give it a shot. I decided if I didn't like it, I've paid the $169 for $400 worth of products, and no big deal. Like literally, if it wasn't for me, then I have $400 worth of great products. And of course, it turned out to be the most amazing decision I've ever made. But think about it as low risk, potential high reward. And never forget that you're worth it. Like you are so worth it, and do things to invest in yourself. A lot of us don't do enough of that. So I can't even imagine what next year at this time at LimeLife is going to look like. So I'm so thankful for this opportunity every single day. Our company is growing by leaps and bounds, and right now is honestly the busiest time of year, the most amazing time you can come on board. And I'm here to coach you, lead you, do everything I can to help you. There's a couple quotes I just want to end with tonight. And the first is that if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but if you're not sure if you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. Or better yet, let me teach you how to do it, because that's what I love to do. And today is not just another day. It's a new opportunity, another chance, a new beginning. So thank you for letting me share my story tonight. I would love to give you more information if you have any questions. And I appreciate you guys so much. Have a great night. Thank you.